Would anybody like to provide a report of last game's endeavors?
Oh, I
I
just
think
remembered what we were doing. Sorry, go ahead.
going. Look at that. She's going full teacher on us. First she sends us at school, and now we have to write reports.
Correct.
My dog ate my homework.
I
Oh my
mean,
gosh.
I don't actually think we have a dog in the party, so
Wait, so you're telling me that Emily is a hot teacher this week?
I did used to do that for a living. I would like to do it again. I kind of miss academia.
I was gonna say, I was wondering why you've not applied to any academic blibs since you've got some credentials.
I mean, I have, but well, now this is like getting into a whole separate discussion. But your position for full-time work is based on union seniority, which is just time in the system, and you only get time in the system by beginning as a sub, and sub work does not pay, does not have
Money?
benefits. So if I make too much money that I can't fucking apply for Medi-Cal, then I don't get insulin. But if I don't make enough of a job to get fucking benefits, then I don't get insulin.
I see, I see.
This is the country we live in. So there's a lot of things of like, yeah, well, you got to stop at the bottom and work your way up. Sure, that works if you don't have a chronic illness that kills you in 3 days.
Yeah.
Or like, need to eat or shelter yourself.
Mm.
It works very well if you still live with your parents.
Or if you could just, make up enough money with multiple jobs to kind of cover it. But, like, again,
Yeah.
you can't. You can go to the public market, but the moment you go to the public market, which was only available in the last 10 years or so, like, it's worth knowing that the Affordable Health Care Act is relatively recent. So this wasn't an option at all until about a decade ago. But, like, you go there and immediately you go from having zero out of pocket to like 10,000 a year between insurances and fucking premiums and prescription fees when you've got chronic illnesses. So like
Yeah.
you got a really big hurdle in income to get over, to say nothing of the cost of living in California. So it's difficult to kind of hop in there. And sadly, I don't have credentials for lower level stuff. I have a terminal degree in my field, so I can teach colleges, but I don't have teaching credentials for lower grades because that's partially daycare. So like you need different credentials to teach high school and before, unless you get into a private school.
And then who knows what you're teaching.
Yeah, and most of them are religious around here. Not all, but most.
Most private schools are religious. Anyways, last week we were settling into figuring out what we were doing in this school for Lay's and whatever weird agenda she's on.
Ambrose and
Thank you.
Joined the board game club.
Board game club, that's what it was.
I joined the choir, which I didn't do great, and then we stopped as Fidelity was going to go try out for the basketball team.
Very good.
The choir teacher.
Knows that I'm a muse.
And made her muse out a little bit and was like, if you can do that without being so obvious, then you'll be in good shape. Help us remember what happened in the board game club.
Nothing really. We just made a friend.
Yep.
Oh, right.
Girl called Madison, or something like that.
I think it's in my notes. Let me check.
Yeah, check it out. You have notes? Why are the rest of us like slapping at fish in the river?
Every week almost.
That's true. Jen has a very high
Her
return.
name was Jessica. Her name was Jessica.
Oh God, was it really? I used that again yesterday. What is with that?
That's not even
It's
remotely
my
close to
nickname.
Madison.
But I am going to use Madison now because at least it's a different name.
Okay.
Ah, cool. I love her garden. It's very angular.
I'm very fond of her squares.
Her squares and her gardening.
Great with plants and at Scrabble.
She's good at both gardening and arithmetic.
It just reminded me that Futurama's futuristic version of that was Madison Cube Garden.
Yeah, very, very, very good, very simple joke.
It is. It is. That's all I remember.
I think that was the majority of the activities.
Yeah.
So since all of y'all participated in that, you should all just refill your mediums.
Yay.
Have that action baction.
Can we gain a level?
Not yet.
Ah. I was hoping to become a large.
Hmm. You have to
I
remain
probably
a
made that
medium.
joke before.
It has, but you know what? A good song never
You know
dies.
what you know what the worst thing about rollerblading?
It's like having to come out to your parents. I miss rollerblading. It was fun, but I'm too heavy for it now.
You can do it. You just gotta get
I'm
back into
gonna.
it. I do it.
I was gonna say it would not. The being heavy is not going to be the issue. What's going to be the issue is your bum ankles.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. I've got neuropathy in my feet. I really should not be rollerblading.
Yeah, that's a lot of
Lot of
direct
pressure on the yeah
like weight distribution.
on the
At a
parts of my body that are like constantly filled with horrible static now.
Why would they only give me one Allen wrench and a system that requires two?
Oh, assembling the scooter.
Yeah, like the fucking people sure know how to put almost all the things you need in a box.
Ooh.
Anyway, yes, thou hast succeeded in 2 out of 3 club sports. Congratulations. We arrive on the 3rd, where we find Fidelity approaching the field to see what basketball is going to be like. What is going through Fidelity's head?
He is thinking about how easy it will probably be to absolutely school these lame kids, and how he needs to not do that because it'll bring too much attention.
Okay, okay.
If he was savvy enough about movies that aren't very current, he would be thinking about how he needs to avoid teen wolfing this.
You have to avoid teen wolfing it, but you can in fact airbud it if you so choose.
That's true.
Now,
Well, again, we don't have a dog in the party.
What do you? We don't have a dog in the party, and what are you talking about, Air Bud? That's like an ancient film.
Older, not by much.
Also I think 90s, right?
Is that a?
Yeah.
I thought it was
Yeah,
2000s, but
No, Airbud was 90s. I was a kid.
oh
back
wow,
then.
that's even older than I thought. He's not a scholar of the 20th century.
Or anything, really.
No.
I'm pretty sure Teen Wolf is even older.
Well, Teen Wolf is older.
Oh yeah,
I think-
that's like mid 80s.
Yeah, Teen Wolf is around, but
It's
Air Bud was, still using trained dogs and wires kind of thing.
Really?
I don't think there's much CG in that movie.
Not in the original.
Yeah.
I have never seen it.
Do you know there's like 20 of those movies? He
Yeah,
goes
they-
to
Yeah, they
space.
I did not know that either.
Yeah, it's
They're gonna know
wild.
the new one this year too.
Oh my god.
Airbud never dies.
How old is this dog?
I
Like,
saw
legit-
a post real quick. I saw a post about it on Blue Sky that was like, they should just make the dog a chocolate lab to create the most insane discourse possible.
I was gonna say,
Diversity hire that dog.
yeah,
I have the biggest smile.
I was
I
gonna
thought
say
you
that
get tickled by that.
that dog is immortal. He's the alpha and the omega, the beginning and the end.
I don't know if we should make a fucking Air Bud.
No, I didn't mean it. Like
Or an
that.
alpha animal for that matter. But I did want to say that it makes sense though that I think instead of all these new Jesus movies they're making, like the one with Benedict Cumberbatch and the one with Nick Cage, I think they should just do one where Jesus is a dog.
Wait,
Uh-huh.
I didn't know about the Benedict Cumberbatch or Nick Cage Jesus movie. What are we doing? What's the...
Oh yeah. The Nick Cage one is called like The Carpenter's Son or something,
Oh no.
and I don't know what the name of the Benedict Cumberbatch one is.
Does he need
But,
money that badly? What's going on?
I don't know. He's from a rich family. He shouldn't. But there was a post like earlier this year that was a screen cap of an article that says this Marvel actor is completely unrecognizable as Jesus, and it
Oh
was
right,
a picture.
yeah, it's just a
in the
picture of
movie,
Benedict
and
Cumberbatch. Yeah, it's like I beg to differ.
Yeah. they're like, yeah,
Rather recognizable, in fact.
yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
so you're saying that you are feeling like you have this in the bag, and if anything, you're going to need to hold yourself back.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry for the one last diversion, but I have Googled Air Bud Omega verse.
I'm sure this will go
And-
well.
It has not. I have found 0 Air Bud Omega verse anything.
What? 0?
0. However, my first hit, hilariously enough, is how traditional Omega verse is regressive.
Okay, well, I mean that is good stuff. But in the meantime, I'm gonna need to call off the game. I have a fiction to write.
Come back here, bud. I've got your baby in me. All right. Yes. Anyways, I'm sorry.
You are concerned about schooling these kids. You have entered the locker room, I believe, was the last thing that we had chatted about.
Oh, okay.
And you were looking to change.
Yeah, if nobody's looking, I'll just change my clothes magic-like.
Okay. It's gonna take a little bit of maneuvering to kind of figure out how to do that, but you find a corner where you can just kind of like magic your clothes and wait. No, they give you.
Right.
They give you
No,
shorts,
I can't.
yeah.
I don't have my tool.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you don't. But
Yeah,
also, I
I
thought
know
they
we don't
gave you
have that.
clothing. I thought they gave you a spare set of shorts. If
Yeah,
not,
yeah,
you
yeah,
probably-
yeah. They did.
You've
They
got
did,
the
they did.
loaners. Yeah, so you've got a loaner set that you can put on.
Which is lame. I'm already at a disadvantage.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. It is very clearly not to the standards of the rest of the
Are
students
they-
that are over there.
Are they way too small or way too big?
Which would you prefer?
I put myself in your hands. What's the phrase you're supposed to say to Japanese chefs?
I don't know.
Oh, there's a thing if you're not sure what to order, you can say it's something along the lines of I put myself in your hands, and they'll make like the best thing that they know how to make for you to try to impress you.
I mean, delicious, I suppose.
Which is an awesome, awesome little piece of culture, and I wish they did that here.
I would go with what the guy said in Ratatouille. Tell him to hit me with his best shot.
Yeah.
Well,
So I'm gonna say it is probably the clothing is too small and the jersey is too big. Which has resulted in what is actually a fairly stylish look. It's just out of the era.
Okay, this is the best part. I think I look really good. Just like, oh yeah, this is worked out.
Yeah. No,
I am.
you're kind of feeling yourself, which actually proves to be kind of an immediate problem, because you catch sight of like a reflection in the glass, because there are no mirrors in here, and you're looking yourself out, and like immediately, like a little tail poofs out. Like the moment you're kind of feeling yourself, you start to manifest a little.
Oh no, it's time to employ my greatest skill.
Repression?
Tucking that deep down inside of this.
No, that's a skill you actually haven't started practicing yet. That's a tucking joke.
Oh.
Yeah,
It took me a second.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't get there. I had to escort you.
You did. You did.
But
It took me a second because that's how long it took you to explain what's happening in the world around me that I should understand right away.
you had this. You immediately tuck that away and are kind of caught by surprise as you were sort of focused on that for a second. When you turn around and bump square into this big kid that you had kind of like bodied earlier. And he's sort of like, "What are you doing here?"
It's like, I'm trying out for the basketball team.
He kind of like sighs a little bit and he says, "You're too short.
It's gonna be embarrassing when I dunk on you then.
You couldn't fucking dunk on me." And there's like some laughter in the back of the side. It's like, "I'm the best player on this team." What do you mean dunk? You're like 4 feet tall.
It's like, man, it's if you're the best player on the team, it's gonna suck when I get out there and like am better than you, isn't it?
It breaks down to the usual array of sidelongs. And he kind of glares at you and says, "You're gonna get out there, and I'm gonna eat you for breakfast."
It's like, thank you.
The whistle goes off, and the people begin to file for where they need to be. As you kind of get in line, you are shoved back a few paces as somebody or other enforces some degree of unknown pecking order.
I'll just go with it.
You arrive outside, and the coach is waiting for you and says, "All right, newbies to the front over here." I don't even know if that's proper vernacular at this particular era. I can't recall when that showed up. Over here, everybody else start doing drills. And he gets over to you and is like, "Okay, so have you played basketball before?"
It's like, yeah.
All right. Let me like see what you can do here. Go dribble this up and down the court.
I'm gonna do like the most basic drills I know.
Okay. You find out as you're kind of working with it that there is more complication than you kind of expected. You feel like your control over your body is just a little sloppy. And if you try to kind of exert more control over it, you can, but you start manifesting things. Your arms get a little bit larger. Your patterning kind of starts to change on your skin a little bit as you kind of get more dexterity. It seems like the more deliberate thought you put into your coordination, the more your body wants to conform to whatever has the best coordination.
On one hand, I'm super frustrated because it's going to be really hard to show this other dude up now. On the other hand, this is going to make it a lot easier to not teen wolf, so...
As you're looking up at the basketball hoop, you are also kind of reminded that you are just dramatically smaller than you recall being, because of the age gap, and they've got you on full-size hoops out here. So it sort of occurs to you that if you did decide to like dunk on this guy in a literal fashion, it would constitute a 10-foot jump. Like it would
No,
be.
I wasn't being literal when I said that. I didn't expect to, like, that would be full Teen Wolf.
But the urge is there. As you're looking up at it, it feels achievable. And you're like, wouldn't that be great? What if I, didn't? What if I did that and didn't get in trouble? But you managed to get up and down the edge there without having too much difficulty about it. And the coach says, okay, pretty good. Come over here and, shoot a few times. And let's see how you do with that. And puts you up by the basket to kind of get that figured out.
You want me to make
Yeah.
body athletics?
Do an athletics.
What's the difficulty?
2. Just
Oh, okay.
treat it like range. I dropped it.
One knows.
That's going to be an 18.
That is likely going to sink. You swish that rather dramatically. It goes in good. Coach goes, nice, very good. Proceeds to pass you a couple more balls. Do a let me say that's probably not likely. So
Hold on, let me double check my stats and make sure that I remembered that correctly. Body 4, athletics 3. So that's actually a 17. My bad.
okay, do a body perception check at difficulty 4.
Oh no, I'm so much worse at this. Difficulty 4.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. 8 to 8, 6, 6. All right. At least I get that +4. Nope.
You are doing like your third shot, doing pretty well. Coach is relatively pleased for you. Has kind of gone on. Looks like you're kind of got this figured out. So he's moved on to the other kind of new folks. And you just catch a ball square in the back of the head, like beamed.
Oh, there's a good chance for me to completely fuck up because I'm gonna whirl around and just yell, "What the fuck?"
The coach immediately steps up and says, "Hey, language!"
It's like he just hit me in the back of the head.
He looks over. There's no obvious source of where the ball is, or it came from. You're reasonably certain but people aren't looking over there.
I was like, cheeks fully red, just kind of like glared for a moment at that kid's direction and just be like, "Sorry, coach."
He goes, "You got hit by the ball?"
It's like, "Yeah, don't worry, I'll figure it out." Let's give another quick glance at that.
He's not looking over. Appears to be in the midst of running back and forth. You can finish up with the practices. At a second time during the course of this practice, a ball will kind of whiz by you. But as you go to look at it, there's a kid chasing after it, who is not somebody you actually recognize, and they seem to just kind of be pursuing the ball, like maybe it, was accidentally thrown over there, kind of thing. You haven't had any interaction with this particular individual, and they don't seem particularly concerned with you. But there is a second near miss there that felt like it was targeted.
I expected him to be like, "Hey, go do laps" or something. Bad language.
I mean, honestly, my experience in any degree of sports, even at that particular age, was they kind of let a lot of shit slide.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah. But the area
I guess
that
I did go to a much more conservative school.
Valid. This particular area in SoCal is like fiercely competitive in kids sports, and like they're exposed to some pretty nasty language pretty quickly.
Oh no, that's definitely the case here as well. But the coaches also, in my experience, take any opportunity to humiliate and physically punish anybody they can. And a good way to get away with that is to make them do something productive, like running laps or doing push-ups and stuff.
I was thinking, bad language, 500 sit-ups.
Yeah.
Well, you appear to be spared at this time, but you are tossed into the meat grinder in short order when he decides that you seem to have a pretty good set of fundamentals. So he says,
Yeah.
"Okay, was it fidelity?"
Nope.
Oh,
Mark.
right, that's right. He goes, "Okay, Mark."
Oh my God. That would be great if if the kid he doesn't like was like, yeah, his name's Fidelity.
Okay, done. You have volunteered this fate. Yeah, that's fidelity. I guess. Okay. Oh, you know him. Okay. Well, all right. Coming in. I'm gonna call you Fido. That's too
It's
long.
like,
And also, it's a girl's name.
yeah, my name's Mark.
All right, Mark. Sure. And then puts you over. Go work with him. You two are on offense, which I'm sure is a thing in basketball. And then sets you over to go work kind of beside the person who just volunteered your name as Fidelity. It was the big kid, which puts you on the same team, which he's not specifically thrilled about.
It's kind of like grumble.
This guy doesn't necessarily acknowledge you too much when you show up, but as the skirmish kind of begins, most of the balls are going to him, if only because the people know that he'll catch. You are kind of a wild card.
I am going to just fit in because standing out at this stage in my this kind of thing. Yeah, like my school instincts are like, oh, I'm in a new place with new kids. Standing out is the best way to enter hell.
You proceed to take a kind of back seat and let this guy showboat. He's quite good. But it's sort of a weird observation because you've got this kind of duality to your existence of right now of like, yeah, he's quite good, but he's also like an 8th grader. So quite good is passable, I suppose. Like,
So it's like, yeah, I get it. I was quite good as a child of this age too.
But it's going well. And by and large, you're kind of ignored. You're running back and forth, doing the motions, trying to figure out like who you can look at or who you won't, or who you can try to accept with. And anytime that you're open to receive a pass, people will kind of hesitate for a second before when this other guy pops up or when some other attacker that they know of pops up, they will kind of chuck off in their direction because they just want to win and that's a reliable source. Either that or they have been instructed not to via some scene. But at some point, the coach says, "Okay, Fidela Mark, I want you in fucking in." He doesn't say that part, but I want you in front so that you can try starting, so we can see how you do with it. You were running pretty quick, which seems to infuriate this other kid because the starter position is just super desirable. Give it a shot. See how you do. And he puts you in the position to kind of start the round out with the ball.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Okay. How is it that you want to do it? Are you going to try to go all out? Are you going to try to hold back? What is your overall mentality for this position?
It looks like I'm gonna have to go all out just this once. No, I'm
just Popo. Okay, but only one hand.
Facing that's what I'm looking for. Facing having absolutely no real working knowledge of basketball. My character does the thing.
Your character does the thing. Excellent.
Yeah, I don't actually know anything about basketball.
I mean, that's fair. I don't really either.
Yeah.
But which is much to the frustration of anybody who knows my height.
As an alt kid from Indiana, I'm obliged to not understand the game.
You go to do the thing, and I assume you do it with gusto. So go ahead and roll athletics. And are you going to try to put all of your athletics like proficiency points into this roll, or do you want to like hold some back to indicate underperformance?
Now, I put me on starting line. I'm just gonna do a good job, but like I don't want to look like I'm beyond, what's possible for a person my age. So.
Your current stats are beyond what's possible of a person this age. I would say you have to reduce your athletics to 2 if you want to try to
Okay.
do it, and your body exert probably shouldn't be higher than 2 either.
Oops, I'm hitting the wrong dice. Okay, so still difficulty 2.
Yeah.
Well, 14.
Nice. So, while keeping tight constraint over yourself, you succeed in rushing the net and just getting past people and getting it up there and having this really slick layup and get a basket and score the points. Which I'm sure are all words that are basketball appropriate. And then there's a general cheering, and the coach is like, "Wow, very nice job." And there's a general kind of like spattering of like appraisal from the various kids around of like, "Oh shit, yeah, real good." For the remainder of the practice, you do actually start getting past 2 more often. People kind of treat that as oh, this guy's good, knows what he's doing and stuff like that. Your adopted rival is furious. That was your position, or his position that you just kind of like popped into and dominated.
Usurp.
Oh, I gotta detail. What's up?
I said usurp.
Yes.
He
Oh,
usurped.
what does SERP mean?
You
I SERPed it?
go on.
One detail I want to add is when I do the first, when I do that first shot, I'm doing the thing where I leave my arm up
Mm.
until it sinks, and then I'm going to leave it up a few seconds longer and just look at my rival, put it down.
He is flushed red with what is either some combination of rage or tiredness, or go ahead and do a. This isn't exactly your skill set, but community perceive at difficulty 3.
Difficulty 3, you
Yeah.
killing me. Wait, let's see. I actually think I rolled too big of dice last time.
Okay.
Let's see, because I'm 2 below now. I was 3 below before. Yeah, I definitely rolled the wrong dice.
For what, the athletics check?
No, for the body perceive check earlier.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I
well.
rolled too high of dice and still fucked it.
The narrative is the narrative at this point. So yeah, do your community perceive.
The dice
at 3.
told the correct story regardless of my accident roll. I guess it's technically not cheating if I didn't mean to do it, but my dice mistake. Let's see, 2 down, 2d8, 2 down, 2d6. And let me double check my community and make sure that I didn't raise it at some point. Oh snap, I did.
Hooray.
I get a whole +2 to this.
Excellent.
Nope,
No good.
no good.
Clearly mad and also tired because he's been running back and forth a lot.
Definitely not very, very secretly attracted to me.
Definitely not a blush that you're aware of. But as the game kind of concludes, he is remarkably tight-lipped when it goes time to wash off.
I hope that's not the case, because otherwise he's gonna try to like beat the shit out of me.
Well, so like as much as he wants to save face, he is keenly aware that he got tossed against a wall earlier today. So he's in kind of a rock and a hard place where he's having to kind of cautiously explain to his ego that this little guy might be better, which is not going super well. But he hops into the showers with the rest of the kids, which apparently is just a thing that they do here. Granted, not all of them, but people are pretty sweaty after the practice. Most of them are wearing underwear or something that are in there. And you have made a couple of new friends, cautiously. We're going to call one of them Frank. And we're going to call another one Oliver? Charles? Sure. Charles. Frank and Chuck here, who were people who had actually started passing to you after the after your kind of demonstration, and have since been like, oh shit, so like where did you play? Like you're really good at this. They are somewhat interested in getting to know what they believe to be a potential new asset in the game.
Just like I played around with my like brothers a lot, and I was I was on the basketball team. I was pretty good, but like it's no big deal.
They're like, well, cool. Are you gonna join? Like, I'm sure Coach will want you to come in.
I mean, that's why I tried out.
They're like, yay. All right. Well, we're gonna go like rinse off and go home and stuff like that. But like, we'll see you tomorrow at school or something. We play during lunch.
Oh, sweet, sick.
There's a kind of like, are you not feeling well?
I was like, oh no, sorry. No, that's awesome, is what I mean.
Oh yeah. All right. And they will kind of go their separate way. There is the place gradually clears out as you sort of decide what it is you're gonna do. How are you disrobing or handling any of this?
Just like normal style. I'll go take a shower.
Eh, as you are feeling kind of like good from having made a few friends and an overall success at what would have been a difficult moment, you start peeling your clothes off and there is fur underneath.
I quickly put my clothes back on and
Uh,
look around to make sure nobody noticed.
there is actually somebody looking kind of in your direction. Whether or not he
Oh,
noticed is up for grabs, but he appeared to have been scrutinizing you as you entered the shower. But when you notice him, he averts his eyes, because that's the last thing he wants to get caught doing.
Absolutely.
Uh,
I'm gonna step back out of the showers and just like close my eyes and just be like, nope, hide it, hide it, hide it.
there is a kind of a unpleasant feeling of having to summon up a lot of just sort of earlier memories of image for the sake of kind of putting on a costume, and you find yourself using language like normal, which begins to feel pretty bad in your mouth, or your mind mouth, your mind mouth. Um, as you try to do that, your whole body feels a little uncoordinated as you're sort of doing it, and it kind of takes away the joy of the previous success a little, as you're just sort of reminded that like uh, every time you're kind of like letting go a little bit, things are slipping out that you don't necessarily mean to allow. But as soon as you finish doing this and step back toward the showers or toward the exit, depending on where you're trying to go, you trip over your own feet. It's like you just stumble a little bit. You don't have to face plant, but there's just this sort of like, in an effort to kind of congeal your body into a singular shape, you've just kind of forgotten where it is.
When that happens, I step back into where I was hiding and just like kind of lean my head against the wall with my face in my hands and start trying not to cry.
You're there for a minute. You can kind of hear most of the people sort of leave out as you disappear, um, and the overall sounds of the area wrap up until you hear the coach's voice shouting from somewhere near the entrance, being like, "Hey, Fidelimark, when you're ready, come on out here so I can talk to you."
Today we're skipping the shower, just gonna quickly dress back into my regular clothes.
It's sweaty.
It's just gonna have to be.
It's just gonna have to do. You get back over there, step out. A coach is there with the other kid. He's looking happy. The other kid looking less so, but not saying anything on the account of the coach is there. He goes, Mark, you've met. I need a name for this guy. Somebody give me a name for this dude.
Tyler.
Tyler.
Oh, that's so perfect.
You've met Tyler, right?
It's like, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Tyler does not specifically respond. He goes, okay, well, I mean, you did a great job today. I think you're doing pretty good. Tyler's our current starter, but needs a relief. I'm going to have you two training together for this position, so we can just kind of see if you can keep this up or if this was a fluke or not, because we could definitely, use somebody else in this in the fast attack so that we can. I'm using like fucking lacrosse terms for some of these because that's just the only thing I ended up playing. but like we need somebody in this position to on double game days or something like that to provide relief. So yeah, we're gonna put you both on the advanced training regiment. Um, Tyler is just like getting more and more glowing. and just kind of like looks over at the coach and says, "I'm still like primary though, right?" And the coach is like, "Yeah, I mean, keep it up." He says, kind of teasingly, but there's this look of like utter fear of replacement that flashes over his face.
Just Fidelity just kind of stands locked in a place where the realization that he's not one of these kids is a wash over him in like a couple different ways. And he's now feeling really guilty.
Is there any comment?
And it's like, yeah, I'll try.
Great. Well, we'll see you for next practice. And in the meantime, y'all, could probably benefit from comparing notes. And we'll see on our way, and he will kind of like wave, having successfully coached.
I like that description.
Tyler will grumble and grab his bag and look over to you as he's kind of turning toward the gate to go off and find wherever is going to pick him up, and says, "We play on court 3 at lunch."
And it's like, all right, I'm just gonna follow your lead, man. Just, whatever's best for the team.
Good. That means you play on court 4 at lunch. And then he walks off toward the gate.
Like, well, hold on now. I just feel like, wait a minute, I forgot. I hate this kid. Now that everybody's gone, I'm gonna go ahead and slip back and take a quick shower and then head back to wherever I'm supposed to be.
Back in the shower, now that you are reasonably alone in there, you can kind of decide a little bit more relaxedly what this kind of process looks and or feels like, because your body at the moment is kind of at odds with you. It's behaving as it has been instructed, as that is the kind of mask that's being put on, and you're very familiar with it, but you are kind of more aware now than you have been previously, how much effort it's taking to maintain a guise versus the kind of thing that you were beginning to get used to earlier. But even with the party and the hanging out and camping, while it was certainly easier to do things, you were still kind of easing your way into this other existence, and now you're having to kind of like pull back out of it again to something that is actually largely more familiar, but less pleasant.
Say, I'm gonna take a real quick shower and then just go sit down in the actually, I'm not gonna rush back to where I'm supposed to be. I'm just going to sit down and actually be myself. Just sit down and relax and just, like on a bench and just not hide anything.
You manifest and kind of relax on the bench a little bit. Still wearing the jersey? Or do you take all that off? No, you got dressed in regular clothes, right?
I got dressed in regular clothes, but then I took a shower, so I'm
Yeah.
actually not gonna, before I change back into my clothes, I'm just gonna sit down on a towel and just like, just like stop hiding. Just manifest and just, so that I can see myself and just kind of like enjoy a moment in privacy.
Hey, Fidelamark!
Quickly hide that back and put the towel over, wrap the towel and look.
Do a body perceive at difficulty 1.
Body perceive at difficulty 1. I get a whole 2d8 for this. Am I still reduced to 2 because of the
No, you can perform this at whatever your stats are.
16? Damn.
Nice.
Roll 20 is being kind to me today.
You are momentarily stunned with just like terror that you've been like captured or noticed, and but are able to quickly ascertain where the sound came from. It came from way too high. You look up, and there is a creature up there on top of one of the kind of overhead metal rafters that build the roof. It is how is it described? Just kind of a bird-like thing. Bird-like wings, and a kind of like a big mouth. But as it's walking around and hopping back and forth, you can see that it's leaving trails of medium behind it. And it's got like one little leg that it's perched on, and is just kind of hopping back and forth with like little bird wings. And it just kind of says again in the coach's voice, "Hey, Fidelimark! Hey, Fidelimark!"
It's like, dude, I'm not wearing clothes, you freak. What?
Freak. The laughter sounded like familiar laughter that you had heard one of the other kids say before.
I stand there confused, just like what? Just
Go on.
confused, no, like not concentrating, no longer hiding myself because this is obviously some kind of freaky little notion.
It hops back and forth and just kind of like chirps back, "Mark, Mark, 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 Mark," a few times as though it's playing with the words. And then another one joins it, different color. This one's like more bright pink. On a different one, and kind of like looks over at it and says, "What was the line?" It's like, "My pet's name is Fidelity." Whatever the line was in the classroom.
It's just kind of it was like, I think it was it's a nickname. It's just like a private nickname that we have for him. And then Fidelity was like, "No, it's not."
Aspects of that conversation are being played back in real time, as though the two are arguing with each other for what the name is.
I'm just like, I'm just kind of like listening them for a second, and then I just start getting dressed. It's like, okay, just like not saying anything, but sitting there just kind of thinking, all right, they're definitely making fun of me.
You begrudgingly finish getting dressed. One of them hops down on top of the locker and kind of like cocks a head at you. And opens his mouth, and a voice that you don't recognize, sounds female, comes out and says, "I think he's cute."
That would be awesome if these kids weren't 12.
There's a secondary from the other bird that was also chirping back and forth that says, "Definitely faggot."
Okay. I sit back down and just like fucking sit and think about that for a while. Just like, that's gonna put him like kind of like sitting there just like staring at the floor. Just like, oh, fuck, I think I am. Like, not 100%, I guess. I don't know. That's like internal thought, but out loud he's going to say, "Have I always been?"
There is a general repetition of the term "always been" as they kind of try out this new voice in their mouths. You actually get a chance to sort of visibly see them capture it out of the air. It's almost like they leap up and grab the speech. You can almost see it just get like drawn in, and then they're just kind of repeating "always been, always been," and then one of them just kind of goes, "Have I? Have I?"
He is now like just kind of like pulls the towel up to his face and is kind of again trying not to cry, especially hard now because he's like, if I start crying, these little assholes are gonna capture it, and then everybody's gonna know.
You stew there for a second. By this particular point, I would say other people who have finished up their stuff because cat practice is over, you have all been kind of released. I don't know if you established where you're going to meet, but you can
We all kind of said out loud to each other where we were going.
Yeah, but where were you ending? Like now that you're
Oh.
out, do you know where you're trying to get to?
I think we're going to wherever. Oh no, we can't go to where our little buddy's been staying because
He's been staying in Caterwall.
he's been staying at Caterwall, and I don't know if we can come back.
Yeah, we need to solve this so we can get the Vinces out of their predicament.
And also without having to put them back in I guess we could just like chuck them out into Caterwall, and they should be safe, right? Or not? Who knows?
Presumably, if your understanding of this is correct, they could probably exit by way of the same way that Jean-Luc has been exiting, but Jean-Luc had also mentioned that he wasn't certain if that signpost was going to work for you. So that was a thing you had to like examine, just go see if that was going to be a thing that could work. But the other concern is just that like Lice tasked you with a thing to do,
Which we still, I don't think, have made any headway on.
No,
We don't even know what we're supposed to do yet.
Yeah, we've had to get our bearings.
It has all
Yeah, yeah, we have been here for only a couple of hours, so.
Oh, right. And also, Liz, we've been here for 6 hours. We haven't made any headway. I am making the executive decision that Fidelity has now completely forgotten that there's a purpose.
Oh no.
Yeah. So not wanting to be seen exposed, he's gonna get quickly dressed, hiding himself as much as possible in the metaphysical sense.
The thing that kind of travels through your mind as you're doing this, as you kind of stuff the medium away and swap back into this human body and adopt the posture and stuff, and walk by this last reflection on your way out, and see that it has physically, functionally worked. You have adopted the form that you're trying to adopt and the overall posture that you're trying to portray. The voice in the back of your head kind of reminds you, this is how you've looked all day, and it didn't hide anything. The little birds go flying out the door, having chatted all they want to chat about.
Those birds. I'm gonna go try to find everybody else.
Y'all can kind of run into each other in sort of the middle or front of the school, some little spot to end up. Most of you were in kind of the same group to begin with. The friends that you've made are kind of like, I'm gonna say the choir doesn't. They all get picked up rather promptly, so nobody really sticks around to talk to you. The board game club is kind of more of a haphazard thing. A couple of the kids leave together, carpooling and stuff like that. But you are eventually the last ones there. Jessica, the friend you made, her mom actually offers to take you home, which leaves you in the position of having to explain who's going to pick you up or when.
Ambrose will say, we are waiting on some friends to make sure they get home, but then my mother will be here before too long to get us.
And she says, okay, well, I mean, if you're sure, it's just getting awfully late.
I know, and I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
And she goes, well, here, and she jots down her phone number, and just says, we live right nearby, so if they don't show up here in the next, half hour or something, you let me know, and I'll get you home.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Ambrose looks
Thank you
down
very
at this
much.
strange assortment of scribbles that seemingly have meaning.
Yeah.
Jean-Luc also looks down at them, goes, those are numbers.
I've seen those before.
Yeah.
That's a 2.
Mhm.
That's a 6, and that's a 3.
Yeah, but the Vinces, well, we appreciate it. Thank you.
Have the Vinces lived in Chicago their whole lives?
No, they have not.
Where else were they?
They were actually born in England.
Oh. All right then. This is going to be. Go on.
They moved to the United States when Vincent, Vincetta wasn't a thing yet,
Mhm.
except perhaps in his subconscious. Relatively young, probably I don't know, around 10 or 12 or something like that.
And then to Chicago.
Yes.
Okay. Then I'm going to say that this is probably a pretty difficult check, but go ahead and do a mind perceive. Actually, let's give you something to add to it. We can call it a mind exert and culture.
Oh, okay. Difficulty?
Probably 4 in light of the backstory here.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Okay. When I roll everything at maximum, I will actually succeed in this.
Excellent. Did you do that or did you not?
No, I did not.
Okay. You don't know the area code.
Oh, yeah. No, that's understandable.
So you are all still kind of uncertain where geographically you're supposed to be. But eventually, Fidelity will find his way up toward the front and rejoin the rest of the party.
He doesn't look happy.
There you are. How was what was it? Basketball?
Whatever that thing was. I'll kind of walk over and seeing the distress, put my hand on Fidelity's shoulder, and I'll say, "Are you all right?"
Yeah, I did really well at basketball.
Okay.
I'm really
I
good
have
at it.
to.
Thanks.
What happened?
Nothing. I'm fine.
Okay.
He just takes a breath and straightens up and smiles.
You don't look fine.
Yeah.
You all could do a community perceive at difficulty -1.
Okay.
Okay.
It is not as great as Dusty's. Oh, it's 2. Like for real, -1?
I mean, no, I just mean it's pretty obvious that Fidelity isn't fine.
I'll kind of lean in softly and say, you can always talk to me. Always.
It's like, nah, it's nothing. There are these weird little bird things, and they kind of freak me out. I'm just being a pussy about it. Don't worry.
All right.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to like bring anybody down or anything.
Bringing us down. You're our friend. We care about you.
What did they do?
From high
they're-
overhead on a power line, one of these birds lands, opens its mouth, and at just astounding decibel, yells, "Pussy!"
Beautiful.
I'm gonna like kind of like motion for everybody close and just quietly just like they repeat things people say, so like be really careful.
What are they, notions? Or I guess they're notions.
Yeah, there are a couple of them in the locker room. They're annoying.
All right.
Yeah, I guess they could be parrots, but those don't usually fly around.
They
No,
very
not
clearly aren't. Yeah, I think
openly.
they have a supernaturalism about them.
Okay.
They're also just the wrong shape. They're kind of like balls with little wings.
I'm just like, do we have any idea where we're gonna go?
I don't know. I'm confused. We cannot leave. I know that much.
Yeah, we need to.
John-Luc,
Jean-Luc will look up.
it's you. Would you go somewhere else now? Or would you leave and go back to Caterwall?
He kind of scratches his head and says, "Normally I go back to Caterwallen at this point. I mean, I've kind of wandered the surrounding area a little bit, but it gets more and more abstract the further out you go."
Interesting.
Yeah, but by words exactly. Could you show us the what's it called, the sign thingy where you get in?
Oh, yeah, it's over here. But if I kind of go too far into it, I'll just kind of come out the other side. He will set you off walking over this way, and gets down over to where the bike racks are, where he actually pulls out a bike, and says, "Look what I got. They gave me this when I first got here."
Gave you a bike.
Ooh.
That's awesome.
It is a like very simplistic looking bike. Doesn't have a gear shift or anything else like that. And he kind of gets on it and says, "I'm still figuring it out, but check this out." He's like wobbling as he's kind of going.
Right. I assume that is the goal.
You can go really fast on them. There are bigger ones than this.
Nobody gave me a bike.
You have like horse legs.
I look to make sure I don't have horse legs.
You don't seem to presently have horse legs.
I sigh in relief. It's
Uh,
like doesn't mean I don't want a bike.
Well, I mean, you can borrow mine.
No, then you won't have a bike.
Oh, good. I was hoping you'd say no. He proceeds to
Yeah.
like continue like wobbling around on this bike. Manages to pick up decent speed. Seems like he's pretty good at it for somebody who's presumably only been practicing for a week, but he's got the hang of it pretty well.
Nice.
And has moved it on. It says, "This has been so much fun. Technology's neat."
It's like, yeah, it's pretty great.
But anyway, I take this down the road a little bit, and there's some food there, and he kind of like looks into his pocket and pulls out some dollars and says, "And I can buy some."
Okay.
It's pretty good, but it doesn't work when I leave.
Okay.
We need
Okay.
to figure out what Lou wants us to do here.
What lease?
Please. Thank you.
I was about to ask who Lou is.
I was.
Captain Lou Albana.
No, I was watching this. I got an email about this creator is making a new board game on fucking Irish mythology. So
Fair.
Is it
Uh,
Conquest?
no, it's a new game.
I was gonna say that would be a fun coincidence if I got that from message from Tygon today and you got an email about it.
You follow Jean-Luc down the road until you arrive at a corner that has a Taco Bell
Oh,
on it. And then
Oh no way!
yeah, it's classically accoutrement. So let's make it a McDonald's. Why not?
Oh man, your trans-colored restaurant is gone.
There's this McDonald's that's over there, and he goes, "This is the spot. You can go in and give them paper, and they'll give you food."
Same reaction from Fidelity. Sorry, Rowan.
just gonna say that is how commerce works, dear. But McDonald's, never heard of it.
Your initial reaction is, "I don't want to go to an Irish restaurant."
Just like, I I've told you I don't like ethnic food.
I was gonna make a joke about the Irish. Oh,
It's like-
It's pretty, it's pretty big around these times.
How much money will they? How much money for the Irishman's dilemma? A potato that I have to decide if I eat now or drink later.
I love that episode. It's very funny.
You can go inside. And it is the menu prices catch Fidelity by surprise just immediately. There isn't a thing up there that costs more than $1.50.
Just like, yo, what the heck? Everything's so cheap.
Talking about 15 cents for fries? That's crazy.
They're basically
Just-
just chopped up potatoes.
Yeah. Used to be 12.
I was like, what are you talking about? Fries are like $2.70.
That's better than they are here, honestly. Fries are like
I was gonna say, wait, hold on. I've been living in New York. Fries are like $4.
yeah.
$4. You can eat here all day for $4.
God, I miss the days.
I mean, like it's a couple of dollar sandwiches, I guess.
No, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Fries, something to drink, a pie. Probably get some ice cream afterwards.
Oh man, if the machine ever works, am I right?
I just look so
So sad
confused.
childhood, so sad.
I just look so confused, and I just kind of glance at Ambrose, and they'll say, "Are you as lost as I am?"
Ambrose doesn't even exist. Ambrose, where?
He's just got his
I'm here,
mouth
I'm
on
here.
the.
You
Oh, there
just
you are.
asked a question.
Oh, weird. I said yes, very
Oh.
enthusiastically.
No, we couldn't hear
Oh.
you. That's weird.
Huh,
Didn't
that's
come
wild.
through. Yeah.
That's
Huh.
weird. Okay. I said it. Maybe I said it too loudly and it spiked my mic.
Oh, it might have.
That's possible.
Yes. Ambrose replies in affirmative.
It's like, I mean, for like $4, you could get like one burger if it's one of the cheaper ones.
I don't like your time.
Like
Of
depends
the
on where
wet
you
line.
are. Like where I came from, I could get that sandwich for like $4.50. Where I'm staying in New York, it'd be like 6 or 7.
You were saying, John?
I knew in Chicago
Oh,
it was better than New York.
He was just saying when Fidelity mentions, his time, Ambrose is just gonna be like, it's called the wet line. Like all proudly, like he's remembered.
Yes, these are things that you
remembered.
picked up from your lesson today, which was very educational. You learned all sorts of stuff. And Jean-Luc just kind of replies in affirmative of like, it sure is. Also looking pleased.
Resisting really hard to give both of them like a good boy head pat.
I'll give them a thumbs up. Just like, well, I don't think we can leave, so like, gotta have a McDonald's since we got here.
Okay, we will get food and then we will find a place to shelter our own hive.
Good idea.
Jean-Luc will, collect people's orders and get some yums for people to consume, and then say, the fence post is in the bathroom.
Huh.
It's in here.
Like, oh, does one of us want to try going through?
I can
All right.
because
Please
I
be
can fly back if I get to if it takes me somewhere weird.
Just be careful, Ambrose.
I will. I will make myself as small as I can.
Yeah, maybe you ought to go because, like, you've got this thing going on where you're like super, super close best friends with what's the kid's name?
Jean-Luc.
Jean-Luc. Sorry, I just had complete aphasia. And it's like with Jean-Luc, and maybe that'll like protect you. I don't know how things work.
It's as logical a conclusion as any.
That's fair.
You travel into the bathroom, and it is empty. I mean, it looks like a bathroom, which is actually not a thing you have much familiarity with. I don't know that you've been in a public bathroom.
I've been in bathhouses, but that's it.
Right, and
Oh,
the
not-
bathhouse that
not-
you were in was like a bunch of shacks that were on the lake, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is like a public bathroom from a 1980s like fast food place, and there it's got stalls and toilets and like some urinals and stuff like that, but it is not really an environment you're familiar with, and a little difficult to figure out what all this stuff does. It certainly doesn't look like you'd be able to take a bath in it. I mean, maybe you at your size, but everybody else is gonna have a hard time bathing in this room.
Interesting.
Wait, Jean-Luc.
Jean-Luc is still there with you, I believe, unless they were going in together.
Dude, can I have $1?
Jean-Luc will dig around and present you $1.
I will take it and look at the date on it.
It is fully wrong. Like, this is like wetline money.
It's like,
Or it's
this
like
to,
1990s money or something like that. Because I guess it did change at one point. I can't remember when that was.
there's like, they've done a couple like revamps in our lifetime. I was like looking at it and I'll show it to Vince and just, or Vincetta, whoever's closest, be like, well, this is no help.
Oh, that looks odd.
Yeah, it's like, well, that here, I'll give it back to him. It's like, sorry to interrupt, dude. I just thought it might be a clue as to like when we're supposed to be.
Oh, 1985. He smiles. I have to write it on my assignments.
Oh,
Okay.
And then he scowls and
notice
says,
that-
"You also have to write it on your assignments. Did you not write it on your assignments?
I haven't given any assignments.
No.
The home that we did work at school today.
I did. What?
I guess they weren't paying attention.
Like, you guys do work?
This is really important stuff." He protests.
I know, but I'm gonna be on the basketball team, so like, they're not gonna care anymore.
Is that how that works? But how would you learn the important things about like your history and like that all the reasons we're here? The mathematics.
It's like, who needs mathematics? I have a cell phone.
Really?
Numbers
Show
mean
it to me.
things. He almost looks rather affronted at the whole concept as he has been taking it very seriously.
It's like, I'm like looking for my cell phone. It's like, okay, so I don't have it on me now, but in the wet line I would.
Yes, but we haven't been in the wet line for a long time, Fidelity.
I also haven't done any math in that time.
It's good to know.
Well, I didn't make it in business school, so.
Maybe because you couldn't do math.
Well, the first rule of business school is be born with money, and then the rest goes from there. So
It's like, apparently somebody hasn't heard of the American dream.
I have. It's just an illusion that is told to poor people to keep them going.
I didn't realize we had commies in the 1930s.
You shut your mouth. You guys didn't hear the dramatic gasp.
As Evelyn decides how woke her 1920s character is.
I didn't insult you. Woo! I'm okay.
Yeah. Did you went into the bathroom alone, right? Yeah, you travel in there. A lot of the devices don't seem to make much sense. There are 3 seashells behind the toilet. You don't know what that's all about. You fly around a little bit trying to figure out what's going on, but there doesn't really seem to be any way out of here short of the window.
I will go inspect the window.
And it's closed, but it's not giving off anything that feels unusual. The place is not reacting.
Strange. Can I reach out with my musing and see if anything feels magic in here?
Do a body perceive.
Okay. Body
Sorry
perceive
to
then.
interrupt, but did Rowan get the 3 seashells joke?
The what joke?
3 seashells.
No.
Okay, we're
what
watching. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I'm out of the way now.
Go on, John.
What difficulty is it?
Decide that for yourself. How hard are you looking?
I'll do a difficulty 3 because my body perceive is 3, so I'll roll 2d8 plus the one from my other body, my body exert. Wow. Okay, I don't find it.
Okay.
I can't even twist that.
You feel like you put a fair amount of effort into it, but near as you can tell, this is just a bunch of very small baths and stalls. I mean, it's clearly intended for like Tifa or Tifin or something like that because they're all like your size, but like they don't smell great, and it's peculiar that Jean-Luc would use them.
I will return to the party then. I'd be like, apart from my size baths that are kind of stinky, there's nothing in there. I could not find anything. I could not find any lantern post.
Jean-Luc
Ambrose
looks puzzled and says, "Your size bath."
Ambrose, don't get in those baths. Those aren't baths.
I didn't. I don't need a bath.
Thank goodness.
Thank God.
Oh no, those are the elevated holes in the ground. Don't use them. Jean-Luc will say, normally when I go in there, I can kind of just walk to the back and keep walking, and then I'll come out of a room at Caterwallen.
Interesting.
Well, that either means Ambrose didn't do it right. No offense meant.
Okay.
Or we cannot leave that way.
Ambrose
It's just saying in a slightly raised voice, which is okay. We weren't planning to anyway.
Ambrose says we've only talked about Painted Worlds a little bit in school, but as I understand it, um, like you can kind of get into them easier than you can get out of them. If you were sent here with some kind of like story, you probably have to solve the story before you'll get a post out.
Right.
That makes
That's
sense.
Yeah, that does sound like what at least what I feel Lace wants from us.
I wonder what our story is.
Well, did you do anything
Perhaps
today
not,
that felt, I don't know, important?
not
We made a
mystery.
friend.
We did.
That is important.
He'll look over to Evelyn,
I joined choir and I have a proper audition on Friday.
and he'll look over to Fidelity.
Sorry, what was this happening? I was being spoken to.
Jean-Luc had mentioned that as far as what little he understands of Painted Worlds from what he's heard, getting out of them is harder than getting into them. You have to solve some kind of story. So he's asking if anybody did anything significant today.
I mean, I'm like the what was the term?
Can I have some context?
Prodigy?
Starter.
There we go.
I'm just like, I mean, I'm the alternate starter.
Insert
Oh,
card
for the-
joke here.
Yeah,
For
the
the
starter and the
basketball?
alternator.
For the basketball team?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
That's pretty cool.
Jean-Luc kind of goes, well, I don't know if those are the specific stories that you're supposed to solve, but they all do kind of seem like the beginnings of a journey. Maybe you need to see that through to wherever it's supposed to end.
All right.
Maybe we each have a journey to do then.
I suppose so.
Gay.
Isn't that what you are? I give a smile and a cock my
What?
Sorry, John said yes, and I said, isn't that what you are? I give a smile and cock my head.
Fidelity is just quiet.
Your food has arrived. Hang on, I don't think the Times ran the story on bisexuality until the 90s, so you don't know that
That's
exists.
true.
No, as soon as Fidelity's face falls, I'll say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean, I'm sorry.
Like, no, you didn't do anything wrong.
I made fun of you, I'm sorry.
Wait, you
Come on.
did? I thought you were being genuine.
It was a little column A, little column B.
You dick.
The food arrives right at that
Not
moment.
anymore, baby!
brought
Flat
directly to your table because that's what they did at the time.
That was the style at the time.
As was
What were
the
you
style.
saying, Tygon?
I'm sorry.
What were you just saying?
What you said was better.
But now, I'll sit and this is probably my first hamburger. They don't.
You're probably in there like, somebody put a hamburg steak on a bun.
This is awful.
It is so salty compared to what you're used to.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was assuming. I'll just make a face and I'll spit in my napkin. Oh, that's vile.
Like, holy crap, this is so much better than any McDonald's I've ever had.
If this is better, then the wet line is really going downhill.
Or just like, this is wild. This tastes like, like you make a burger at home almost.
Yeah, how close are we to the origin of the restaurant? I think it's much older than that, but
Yeah, it's from like the
Around
50s.
like
Yeah.
the 60s, yeah.
so it's been around for
But
a minute, but it's better than it is in 2025.
Yeah, I don't believe by 85, I don't believe they've started doing ammonia separation. So the burgers are less processed.
Gotta keep them separated.
But yeah, those of you, this tastes pretty familiar for Vincetta. And stuff that are kind of going through there.
This sure is a McDonald's burger.
It's making me want McDonald's so fucking bad.
As you all are beginning to go through your food, the door will open at the front, and some familiar faces will walk through. Specifically, some people from the board game club.
Oh,
Hey,
That will kind of arrive and see you over and kind of give a wave. The mom is there that offered to give you all a ride. And we'll see you all over here again, sans parent. And be like, hey, you all, did you get home?
we decided, we're like, my mother is working late, so we are eating here, and then we are going to stay the night at our friend's house. And I'll point to Fidelity.
It's like a couple blocks away. It's no big deal.
Oh,
I've got the
okay.
key.
Great. All right. Well, I mean, it looks like you all have your food. We'll just we'll have a seat right over here, and hunkers down. This group of like 4 kids, who like 2 of them you recognize from the game club. One of them was Jessica. Sits down and waves to see you all. Be like, you all get to come out here and like eat on your own. Nice.
This is so weird. Why do they have Pepsi here?
What would they have?
Just like Coke.
There's like general confused looks.
Also, there's no McDonald's anymore. In my time, there's just Taco Bell. They won the fast food wars.
God, I love Demolition Man. It's so silly and fun.
It is a very fun movie.
I figured the Three Seashells opened the door.
Yeah, it did.
But yeah, it's been a hot minute since I've seen that. But it was very fun. I was fond of the I'm out of toilet paper, goes and cusses like 17 times to the citation machine. Be right back.
Actually, the first thing I thought about after the Three Seashells, I would like to stream that movie. I've been thinking about it since we watched Judge Dredd.
Yeah, good call.
Mm.
But yeah, so sit down and start chatting with you. Do a community perceive everybody difficulty dose
Okay.
Tab. My community perceive is 2. You said difficulty 3?
2.
I get it. Fuck.
I don't.
Oh no.
He's too busy not nibbling on his burger and being
I thought
amazed
you-
by it.
I thought you were going to be saying making Goo Goo Eyes at John.
No, this is food time.
This is food time, not daytime.
I was imagining.
I love the boy, but this is food. Sorry.
Oh wow! I passed.
You perceived pretty well. Those of
There's-
you who have percepted properly will kind of get a general vibe of where the attention is going, and a large amount of it is actually heading toward Vincetta. Of like the group that had popped over here were Jessica and 2 of her friends, both of whom were from the board game group. Only Jessica had really talked to you, but the friends were clearly like in it.
Madison.
Why wasn't it Jessica?
Yeah, it was Jessica, and then earlier you said you were changing it to Madison.
Oh no, I'm just going to use Madison as a name at some point. We don't have to retcon the past for it.
Okay.
Yeah, I
misunderstood.
I had kind of because
Okay.
I ended up using it yesterday for the game that I had played with my friend, and I didn't realize that I had used it twice in a day. Like, but like yes, we'll just keep that for this particular character. But yeah. So now that they've got another girl in the board game group, they are excited to kind of like have this going on.
Oh.
Which kind of leaves Vincetta in the position of needing to introduce everybody if she's going to.
Yes, she will.
Everybody says awkward hellos as they do at this age.
Oh, yeah.
Ambroses are enthusiastic.
Jean-Luc's are likewise.
Damn it. I was gonna say something. I promise you, it was really cool and whimsical and great, but I forgot what it was.
What happened?
We can only assume it was great and whimsical and all those things. I see no reason to doubt this. The food wraps up. Evening is coming to a close, and the mom kind of reluctantly kind of looks back to them and says, "Well, the sun's going down. Y'all should like get back home."
Like, oh yeah, oh man, my mom's gonna kill me. We gotta go, guys.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Everybody gets up to take off, and she concernedly watches them all kind of head off down the street as the other ones load into the car and say, "See you tomorrow."
Bye.
Bye.
As you all take off down the road, leaving you heading toward uncertain destinations on what is a fairly calm-looking suburb. But still not entirely certain where you're going to stay. Jean-Luc kind of like rubs his head and says, I bet I can probably arrange to stay with you at some point, but I need to kind of tell Harold what's happened here, or somebody.
Yes, that is a good idea. You should do that.
Highly agree.
I totally forgot you're staying with Harold.
Yeah. Do I need to like, I don't know, tell him anything?
I'll tell him I said hey.
But tell him we are all right, and I think you can tell him. I mean, of course, that you found us here and why we are here.
All right. Well, hopefully that doesn't throw off, whatever the plan is.
It shouldn't.
He will hug everybody to goodbye, and then give Ambrose a bigger hug, and say I'll be back early tomorrow if I can. I mean, otherwise it's just kind of marching with the army, and there's not much point. Um, it's not like they're kind of teaching me a little bit, but I think I'm not really going to be front and center in this particular operation. I'm smaller than them.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, you're a kid.
And not a huge cat.
So they keep telling me.
Don't let them get you down.
Well, apparently I'm down far enough already.
It's
Well,
like, no, you
it's no reason to make it easier for them.
well, you could do like dangerous stuff when you're like grown up, and right now just like get there.
He kind of like scratches his head and says, if I'm being perfectly honest, this is sort of the most pampered I've ever been. I just kind of walk up to a counter and get food. I've got a place to sleep. I sit around all day long.
Oh yeah, you might want to start jogging.
Yes, some of the people I remember seeing in the wet line were pudgy.
What's wrong with that? These are pudgy.
That is true. I meant excessively so.
It must be
So?
the wetlands food's excessively good.
I ate some of it. It was not
As
very
far as
good.
I understand, only rich people are that big here, where I'm from.
This is true.
Is everybody rich in the wetlands? He says excitedly.
No.
From what I remember someone saying when we walked down the street, the food is plentiful. It's just not very good for you.
Well, I suppose I'll take that over not having food.
That is perfectly fair.
I'm not sure what good for you kind of constitutes. If it keeps you fed, it's pretty good.
I'll pause and then I'll turn to Ambrose and not Ambrose, John Luke, and I will pull him into a tight hug and say,
Go on.
it's good to see you, little man.
You will hug back. And give everybody like final goodbyes and say, okay, well, I guess I should go. I guess I should go do this. So I'll see you all
Yes.
tomorrow. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't
Goodbye,
miss
good
school.
night.
It starts at 7:30.
Okay.
He's walking back toward the McDonald's. That's a number on the clock. Walks
know,
away a
thank
little
you.
bit further. The clock's a thing that tells you what time it is. He runs back
yes, thank you.
toward the group a little bit and says, "It's got these little pointers that go to different numbers." Oh, I gotta explain this whole thing, huh?
We know what it is.
Oh, okay.
Um,
All right. I didn't see any when we were in the wet line. They all just had numbers on them, and that's not really how it works over here.
Oh man, I gotta learn how to read like an analog clock.
It's not
Yes,
an
you do.
animal clock. It's a clock with hands.
I'll give him a hug, just like I missed you, bud.
He will head off toward the McDonald's again before winking over at Ambrose. It's anyone's
I will
guess
smile
how
happily
much of this
anyway.
was bullshit.
Yeah.
And goes back into the facility and presumably into oblivion, leaving you all trying to figure out where it is you need to go. At this point, you are more or less on your own, although very visible as you're walking down these streets, and not entirely certain where you're headed. The evening is getting chillier, and the places to hide are probably plentiful, but not exactly large, unless you decide to like employ a little bit of supernatural talent, in which case you could probably find your way to like the top of a building or something like that that is more or less out of sight.
Like,
Mm,
so I have an idea, or I have a couple ideas.
Are they good ideas?
All ideas are good ideas.
He lied.
Convincingly.
What kind of stupid concept is that?
Like, there are no bad ideas, just ideas that wind up not working.
That's not. Okay, what is your idea?
A couple ideas. We could try to like find a house that isn't very made and see if we can like shore it up and make a house with medium. Like just see if we can throw some medium in it and finish it, if that makes sense. We could also just see if all of these houses are actually full of people or if some of them are just props and just kind of take one over.
That's not terrible.
Yeah, it's great ideas.
They're okay ideas.
They're good ideas. I agree. They are great
Thank
ideas.
you. Thank you, Ambrose.
Which of these ideas are you going to act
I
on?
thought there were
Well-
more. Sorry.
No, that was the end of my
That's-
ideas.
Okay.
I think we should find a broken building or something and use medium to make it into a home for us.
Okay.
I will remind you all that you can't use medium in the canvas.
Right.
Oh, fuck, you're right. Shit. Okay.
That was a
Or
bit-
rather, you
Well,
can't
perhaps
use
we can
like
find-
brushwork in the canvas.
Let us find an empty house then.
Yep.
I like the idea of camping The
Okay.
downside being we don't have any camping equipment.
Or places to bathe. We don't want to be the
Mhm.
stinky kids in class.
No.
You showered? Couldn't we use a shower at the school?
Yeah, I was gonna suggest that, but we also need clothes. My tool doesn't work here. I can't my instrument, I can't make clothes. I was wearing the poor kid handout today.
Lovely.
Okay, let's look around, see if we find an empty house.
Hmm.
All right. Let's search.
You wander down the road a little bit and are able to. Well, I mean, I guess that kind of depends. How do you find an empty house?
Look in windows.
Yeah, basically.
No, family of four, happy couple, elderly man. Nope, no, nope.
I think this probably becomes fairly obvious after a while. I think after a few people have kind of like approached you on the sidewalk, the idea of trying to find an empty house is beginning to feel a little more difficult to do. It's just attracting a lot of attention. This is a fairly crowded area. But finding an empty like facility might be simpler. Be it a store, a mall, even the school itself. Security is somewhat lower in 1985.
I was just thinking, like, if we go out to the outskirts where things aren't as finished.
You might be able to find new construction that isn't done, but I don't know that its plumbing is finished. The tricky part here is just identifying like a home that is empty versus a home that just has a car in its garage.
Right, right. No, I was just thinking about John Luke saying, like, if you walk far enough, things become less real.
Oh, right.
That's what I meant.
He said more abstract.
Yeah,
More abstract, yeah.
yeah. So
Like if we got out towards where that starts happening, there might be places that are just like props and there's not actually NPCs in them.
gotcha. Okay, I understand. Yes, it is a bit of a walk. In fact, you might even want to hop a bus because as far as you're looking around, the eye can see the place seems pretty normal. But if you're willing to either hoof it or send up a flyer to see kind of what your overall terrain looks like, you might be able to track down where it is you're headed.
Do that. Can I change my size here? Or is that something that I can only do in the gallery?
You have complete control over your personal manifestation. All of your manifested abilities are still yours to command. You just can't use brushwork.
Okay. Just wanted to
It's
make
just-
sure I understood. Then
If you
I
try
will,
to turn back into a bee, you turn into a larva.
I will step behind a tree, turn into a bee, and go fly up and scout.
You zoom upward and look out over the horizon, and you can see what looks to be the makings of all the stuff that you saw earlier. There's a coast off to the side. Lovely sunset, looks very nice. Homes and various stores as far as the eye can see, as far as the eye can be. And then as far as the bee can see. Ha! Anyway. Look out. And then the tricky thing here is you've sent somebody up who has absolutely no idea what constitutes strange. So it may or may not catch Ambrose as peculiar. That the neat little rows of box-like made-to-order suburban homes just keep going for miles and miles and miles over the hills and off into the horizon with the same, 8-foot gap between each one of them forever. Like
Over the hills and far away.
it is a suburban nightmare without end. Just crisscrossing, interlocking, non-gridded streets and stop signs and cars traveling back and forth to homes that will travel for 30 feet and stop and then travel for 30 feet and stop. And the all the designs are like the same 3 designs that kind of just keep going indefinitely. It is the American dream presented as nightmare.
Got it. That fucking reminds me of the fucking Dimension 20, the Unsleeping City, where the final boss was the American Dream, as presented by what's his name? What's his fucking name? Just 1 second.
This is so many seconds.
I'm thinking. Robert Moses. Is the final boss was the American Dream as presented by Robert Moses.
Oh, that one art that like Trump shared a while, like the government shared a while back, maybe. of like there's a painting and it's of like law and it's very racist and it's like never mind, ignore me, I'm probably wrong.
I don't
Look
know
up who
either of
Robert
these
Musil
references
is.
right
Uh,
now.
Fair enough. Yeah, Suburbia sucks.